Hi, welcome back everyone. Today I want to explain to you what the Karlskrona Manifesto on Sustainability Design is about. This manifesto was originally drafted in 2014 in Karlskrona. Karlskrona is a little city in the south of Sweden, in the southeast. It's nearby gorgeous nature, and it's a great place to hang out for an academic conference, which is what we did at the time. It was the International Conference on Requirements Engineering. We got together there for the International Workshop on Requirements Engineering for Sustainable Systems in its third iteration, and we had previous discussions about how we can better communicate our ideas to the public about what we think needs to change in requirements engineering and in software development and systems development in general to better support sustainability design. So we thought maybe we need to concisely put together all those ideas into a manifesto. Now, when you hear manifesto, you may first think about an old manifesto by Karl Marx, or you may think about the Agile Manifesto. And the part, like what it's really about, what was important to us is that we put together the few most important thoughts around sustainability design. So what it has in common with the previous two mentioned manifestos is that it is a call to action, and that it also sets out a number of principles and understandings that we, as a group of international researchers from more than 10 different countries, put together and decided on as our common foundation. So we have a set of misconceptions about sustainability in that manifesto. That set of misconceptions includes things like often sustainability is mainly perceived as being an environmental concern, but sustainability has many more dimensions. If you've seen some of my other videos, you may already know this. So in the course of my work, I usually speak about 5 dimensions of sustainability: the environmental perspective, the individual perspective, the social perspective, the technical perspective, and the economic perspective. Another misconception is that as software and systems engineers, we just have to deal with the direct impact of our technical systems, that they don't directly inflict harm on others, whether that is by accident, that the systems are not safe enough, or whether that is by some misuse case where people are intentionally misusing the system. Instead, we think we need to take this ethics notion a whole lot further and also consider second and third order impacts, which is by using the system in the intended way or in unintended ways. And the third order effects are effects that happen with the accumulated usage of the system over time. Now, the next part of the manifesto, after explaining those misconceptions that we often hear in discussions around sustainability, we wrote down a number of principles and commitments. And these principles and commitments include that sustainability is multidimensional, that there are several orders of effect that we need to take into account. It's multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary, and interdisciplinary, so all of the above things. We need to work together as a whole, as society, to be able to move towards a more sustainable lifestyle. And that small steps are not going to be sufficient. Now, mind you, we commend everybody for their work on making IT a little more efficient. making IT a little greener. We honor all these contributions, and that is not sufficient. We cannot sit back and be like, all right, these great green IT researchers, they've done all we need. No, there is a lot more that needs to be done to really make a difference. Because so far, by green IT, we have been able to squeeze out a little more energy efficiency, and we have started to use more renewable energy, but it is by far not enough for what we need to do to keep this planet livable, to maintain this planet as a living home. So after these principles and commitments, we also indicate what now? So what does that really mean? What can I do as an individual stakeholder? And these stakeholders include students that are still going through university. You can pick up the content from this manifesto and take it into the company where you start working afterwards. It addresses practitioners. We would love for you to critically reflect upon what we propose in this manifesto, decide if you agree with us, and then implement that in your daily practice. Standards and organizations that make standards. We would like you to, as well, take a look at this and see if this can be of any support in developing standards that help us move towards a sustainable lifestyle. Now, I think you should go and take a look at it right now, and where you can read and decide if you want to sign it is at sustainabilitydesign.org. And after that, if you're one of the practitioners that says, I generally agree with those principles and commitments, now, what do I do next? What are the concrete steps? Then look into a couple of articles that we have published in or under the name Software Engineering for Sustainability. There's also another little video that I put up on software engineering for sustainability that explains in a little more detail what that is about and how you can get started with it. So go read, and hopefully sign sustainabilitydesign.org. Thank you so much for watching this.